A while ago I discovered a bug that I call Vanny Storage. It allows you to duplicate the Showtime Vanny trigger and release Vannies by going back to the sound booth. Here I'll explain how it works, what it does, and what effects it has on the game. First of all, how does Vanny Storage work? Well, when you reload the game, characters get reset to the spawning locations. For Showtime Vanny, it's as a trigger at the sound booth which you have to pass to spawn her. That's why Vanny doesn't immediately appear when you use the Showtime disc. If you reload the game during the mission, that's by quitting or dying, Vanny will despawn and her trigger will reappear. If you just unload the game, Vanny won't despawn, but her trigger will reappear nonetheless. Let's do Vanny Storage on the old patch. First you have to use the Showtime disc. Then you leave the sound booth, save at any save station, quit and continue the game. If you now go back to the sound booth, Vanny will reappear. To duplicate her, you just have to unload the game and then go to the sound booth. On the new patch, things are a little bit different because Steel will try to patch Vanny Storage. But their patch is flawed and Vanny Storage remains basically unchanged. What happens is that when saving, the game saves Vanny's current location. After reloading the game, there will be a trigger at the sound booth like on the old patch, but also a new trigger at the save station on the second floor. But if you trigger one, you won't be able to trigger the other one because it deletes it. So if you save on the second floor, you can't trigger the one at the sound booth anymore because you have to pass through the other trigger beforehand. But if you don't save there, you'll be outside of the bottom trigger, so you can go to the top one instead. Unloading the atrium duplicates both triggers, and since passing through the triggers only deletes a single instance of the other, you can trigger both. You can also do Vanny Storage without saving and quitting the game. The problem here is that Vanny will follow you to wherever you unload the atrium, so you have to do this quickly. For every reload you get a new trigger at the sound booth and also at the save station if you are on the new patch. Since Vanny Storage duplicates triggers and not instances of Vanny, it can survive to animatronic destroy triggers. If Vanny gets destroyed, you can just respawn her by going to the sound booth or the save station on the second floor. The only way to get rid of her is by quitting the game or by dying. This is why Vanny Storage is more powerful than Gigamonty, because he gets destroyed by triggers and can't always come back like Vanny. You can see this well in this clip from Spiff's all FNaF stream where he did Vanny Storage. The Vanny spawn even though Spiff went through almost half the game of kill triggers. But if I now open the save file, the Vannies aren't there anymore. You can see it again on this stream where Spiff first checks if the Vannies are there after going to the cascade, which they aren't. And then he passes through the trigger, and there they are. So yeah, this is how Vanny Storage works. These Vannies are still missing a name, so I'll call them Giga Vanny, which was decided for me by Spiff's chat. It's kinda funny how reloading the game brings Vanny into the game, but also takes her back out. If you wanna see more of my videos, you can subscribe to my channel. I usually do challenge runs of Security Breach here. So I guess I'll see you when I do another challenge.